Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to the You're Welcome Radio podcast. It's Tuesday after Labor Day. I can't believe that we're already into September. I hope everybody had an amazing Labor Day weekend. I had a great one. I was in Knoxville, Tennessee with my boyfriend and his family, and we just hung out, cooked out, went on walks, went through the mountains in Gatlinburg. It was just such a fun time of actually unplugging and unwinding. And it's nuts that we're almost into Q4. We're right around the corner from the end of the year. But it's a short week. It's a 4-day week, which I'm so excited about. And so if I can get through this week, I am then on my way to Maui in Hawaii to go on a retreat with Christine Hassler and her fiance Stefanos. It is a wellness and healing retreat that I have invested in fully in my heart, in my mind, emotions, financially. I am all in, and I leave Saturday to go on that retreat. And it just, thinking about that and preparing for that, not just packing, but emotionally getting myself ready, it brings up something that I want to talk about on the show, which is making an investment in yourself and why that should be a priority. And for me, it is the highest priority. It's highest on my priority list. And I could not say that a year ago. But it is a non-negotiable that I have to invest in myself first. Because if I don't invest in getting my mind mentally nourished, my body mentally, or my mind my mind nourished, my body nourished, my spirit, my soul, my emotions, my full self, then I have nothing to offer the world. I have nothing to offer when I show up at my job, when I show up in my business, when I show up online, when I show up in my relationships. And that directly affects my ability to be powerful in every aspect of my life. And so this year I have made a huge commitment to investing in myself on a whole nother level. I have financially invested thousands and thousands of dollars, which before would have been a crippling fear of mine. Like, who am I to take a week off, unplug, heal old wounds, get really clear on my life vision and who I am and what I want to offer and bring the world. Let's get over mental blocks and limiting beliefs. Who does that? That's like crazy, and those are so woo-woo, insane people. No, that is now the standard in my life because I have to know that what I'm putting out into the world is going to be something that is positive, that's going to be an energy that people want to be around, that they want to embrace, and that leaves them better. And I am a better me when I invest in myself first. We all are. And that's the kind of the topic of today, is getting over your fear of putting yourself first, and why, especially as women, we put everybody else before ourselves, and we put ourselves last. And if something else comes up in the meantime, we're going to put that above ourselves too. And our routines, whether it's our self-care routines, or making a financial decision that's going to only be for you, whether it's for your business, whether it's for, you want to get a coach, and you choose to make that decision. That is amazing. But a lot of times we're like, oh, well, the kid needs this, or, I can't take a week off because of work, and, it just doesn't make sense right now. Someday is not on the calendar. It's never going to be the right time. The right time is when you make it the right time. When you say, I'm fed up, I've had enough, I'm going to choose me. And then, and only then, will you start to see shifts in your life. And so I learned that. I made that investment and that commitment to myself. And I can tell you genuinely that my life has changed since making that decision. And I continue to make investments in myself daily, but also on a large scale, like going to Hawaii or signing up with a coach or getting involved in a mastermind. It's the best way you can spend your money. And, that's kind of what I want to talk about. So one of the things that I'm doing is my one-on-one coaching program, which I am launching today. It is live. You can sign up. You can start working with me immediately. It is one-on-one, hands-on coaching around mindset, around really the what's and the whys of who you are and where you want to go. If there is something in your life that you're not currently satisfied, whether it's your job, your relationships, what have you, we need to consider the mindset that you have, the perspective that you have, and why do you have that? Where did you get those beliefs? Where did you get the ideas about who you're supposed to be? Because if we don't challenge those, we never know if they're truly ours or if they've just been projected onto us. And I know for myself, so many of the belief systems, so many of the beliefs that I have and I carried for so much of my life weren't my own, but were ones that I adopted from letting other people tell me who I was supposed to be. And so, it's not okay to be, I want to be a whole person. And that's the core of my coaching, is to look at you as a holistic being and approach coaching from that place of who are you in your relationships? Who are you at work? Who are you at home? And are you the same person everywhere? Because to be different people is to be unauthentic to who you truly are. Because, if you're not the same in every capacity, then which person is the real you? So that's one of the things that we look at. But really, the what's and the whys behind everything that it is that we do and how we operate and why we do the things that we do and how we think about and interact with the world and the people that are in our lives. It can be so scary to take a leap of faith, to take a jump and invest in yourself, whether it be financially, physically, emotionally. I'm about to go on a journey in the next 7 days that's going to transform my life. And I knew it the day that I got the call. I had put in an application for this program, for this trip, and it was really close to time to go. It was within 2 months. And I was like, there's no way there's spots. This woman is just such an amazing teacher. It's sold out. I know it is. So I put in an application. There was 1 spot left. And if that's not timing, if that's not a sign, I felt that it was. And I said, this is for me. I didn't even know what the trip was going to cost me. I was in my head. I was like, this is for me. I found out what it was going to cost me. I was like, oh my God, like maybe this isn't for me. Right. And all of those fears of this, you can't do this. This is too much. This is too extreme. To have that type of investment in yourself, you don't have that type of money just to be spending left and right. That's so irresponsible. All of those beliefs and fears that I had came right back. But it was met with the assurance that I needed of knowing deep in my soul, deep in my intuition, and that inner still voice that said, this is your next right step. And when I got that email, I started to cry. I was on the interstate, and this emotion welled up in me. And it is right now, because I knew that if I had the guts to say yes, my life would never be the same. And I'm about to go on that journey, and I cannot wait to see the transformation that happens over the next week. But I will definitely keep you guys informed. But that is what we get. That's the gift that we get to give ourselves when we invest in ourselves. When we say that making ourselves is a priority, the universe will move heaven and earth to make that happen for you. And I believe if you want something deeply, the universe will conspire to make that happen. And so if you're watching this and you're considering, or listening to this and you're considering, should I get a coach? Should I go on a trip? Should I invest in my business? And should I start now? Yes, start now. Now is the time to take action in your life. There is never going to be the perfect time. You're never going to have enough money. You're never going to have enough time. You're never going to be prepared enough or have all of the skill sets that you need to do whatever it is that you need to do. But you can take action today, whether that's doing one thing that you know you need to do. For so many people, you know, if it's having a business online, they're like, I'm scared to be on video. It makes me so uncomfortable. Just video yourself in your room and keep it to yourself. But do one thing. Step out of your comfort zone. Contact somebody that, you know, does what you do really well and ask for some advice. Go sign up for that program. Go get your gym membership and get the personal trainer that you've been thinking about getting, but you didn't want to make that commitment. You know, it's not self-indulgent to invest in yourself. It's smart. It's the best thing that you can do. And what I'm offering my coaching clients right now is if you get involved, get signed up in September, you'll get to start immediately, whereas others start October 1st and go to the end of the year. You'll get 15 coaching calls with me, and you'll get a customized program with tools and strategies to really help take you to the next level in your mindset and in your life. And so I would love to partner with you if that's something that you're looking for. I truly believe that everybody has something to give the world, and a lot of us, most of us, are held back by the fear and of the judgment of others, or what is somebody else going to think? What is mom or dad going to think if I'm honest about who I really love? What is my boss going to think if I really tell her that I think another position would be better for me? What is my teacher going to think if I tell them, you know, I don't really think this major is for me anymore, and I want to take another, another path. Whatever it is, that fear is going to cripple you from doing nothing, and doing nothing is worse than failing. We have to take messy action. We have to be willing to say yes to something, and if it doesn't work, oh, that's okay. You take another step. You do something else and see if that works. Every successful person that you see praised and rewarded in public, you don't see how many times they failed in private. And so I dare you to be willing to say yes to yourself, to show up for yourself today in some powerful way, whether that is just committing to cooking a healthy dinner for yourself, or getting into the gym, or signing up for the program. That is one way that you can build trust with yourself in saying, I know that I'm going to continue to make the right decisions for me. And every time that we ignore that feeling, every time that we know that we should do something, but we let the fears and the insecurities talk us out of it, we abandon ourselves. And we have to stop abandoning ourselves, because the cost of that is so high. We don't even understand what the cost of that is. And we think we're doing it because we're saving money, or we're extending ourselves to do something for somebody else, or we're putting somebody else as a priority first. And we call that noble, and we call that the thing, what we should be doing. And it's not. The way you're going to truly impact and change yourself in the world is by authentically showing up for yourself every day and making the right choices for yourself. And if you don't, have some compassion and say, let's get up, let's try again. But that's my encouragement for you. If there's something in your life that you're considering that you know you're being drawn to in some sort of way, don't hesitate. Just go for it. Go try it, whatever that is. I've done that so many times. Every time that I've ever listened to my intuition, I've never regretted it. It is all the times I shut it up. It's all the times I told it to be quiet and I ignored it and acted like I didn't hear it. And I decided to think my way into what I should do. And I was like, I just need to think about it more. No, the more you think about it, the more confused you get. It's taking action that provides clarity. And I remember when I was in one of the darkest places in my life, and I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know just how to spend my time and my day. I signed up for a salsa lesson, and that was so out of my character. I'm not a dancer, but I knew I needed to start activating a certain, my right side of my brain again, but also I just needed to do something. And if I didn't like it, I didn't have to continue with it. But I loved it. It made me feel alive. It made me feel like I was doing something for me that no one else told me that I had to do. No one else said, Tori, you have to go to salsa lessons. This is required of you. This is, what we're expecting. No, I chose that. I chose that for me. And it gave me the assurance that I can choose over and over and over things that I want to do. And so much of our lives are impacted and determined by external factors and forces, whether it's we've got kids, we've got pets, we've got family members that we have to take care of. We've got work that's always, constantly asking from us. But when we take ownership and say, no, I'm doing this for me, and I'm not negotiating this time or this thing, you have the power. And that is what we're looking for, is the freedom that comes with not being pushed by wherever the wind takes you, but having the grounding and the assurance of who you are and why you do what you do, and being and showing up as a whole person in life. And so if that's something that interests you, message me, let's talk, let's work together. But whatever it is in your life, I encourage you to make that step and to take that leap. So I will definitely keep you guys up to date about my transformational journey as I take off to Maui in just a couple days. So I can't wait. I know I will never be the same. And you deserve that feeling too, of knowing that you're making a choice that's going to transform your life. I was just on the phone with a potential client earlier, and she was saying she just made this huge leap and decided to move to a new city. And everything was really new to her, but she just needed to make that step to know that she could make a change because she'd gotten so comfortable in her life. And I think that's so true of so many of us. Sometimes when we don't know what the right thing is to do, just doing anything, we just need to prove to ourselves that we can make a choice. And it takes courage. It takes courage to get out of your comfort zone. It takes a lot of bravery to do something that you're not necessarily good at, or you don't really know what the outcome will be. And having the faith that things are going to start to unfold exactly as they should be is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. And I promise you, God and the universe are going to show up if you show up. God never leaves us. He's waiting on us. Every time we shut out that voice within, that's his voice that says, is that gut, is that intuition. And every time we say no to that, is us saying, my plans are better, and I can't lean in to wherever that's leading me, even if that's just changing which route you take to work every day, and you just feel like, I just feel led to go this way. I dare you to start leaning into those nudges, into those feelings, and watch how your life starts to unfold. And when you're at the bottom of the staircase and you know where you want to be and you just don't know how to get there, it's just taking that one step, and then the next step will appear. So take that as a little bit of encouragement. I hope this helps get you through your short work week. And message me if you're interested in getting involved in my one-on-one coaching program and taking advantage of the extra coaching sessions that are available to those that sign up in the month of September only. So you guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody who supported me in this journey and everything that you do to encourage me along the way. I hope a little bit of this encourages you today. Love you guys.